Good morning and welcome to Upper Body Monday. Good morning, welcome to Upper Body Monday. Right, let's make a start. Get ourselves into some space and we'll just get ourselves warming up. So jogging gently on the spot. So good morning, Keely. Good morning, Alka. Good morning, Jason. Good morning, Frank.
Morning.
Is Caroline with you, Frank, or are you flying solo today?
I'm fine. She has to go to the bus already.
Oh, crumbs. Oh, well, wish you a fabulous day. So just rate our heart rate up a bit. Into some side jumps, some jumping jacks. Get those great big joints moving. And then back into just jogging on the spot. That's it. Nothing too major. Right, we'll kick those out. So this morning, we're going to go through 6 upper body exercises. We're going to go through a complete upper body blast and try and do a bit of everything, really. Good morning, Corey.
Good morning.
We've just gone through the warm-up. You haven't missed anything quite yet. So we're going to start off with some bent over rows. So again, carbine hold of something for some resistance into that kind of bent over position. So again, sometimes it helps just sticking your backside backwards, bend your knees slightly, you can do that. Keep that back nice and straight, then squeeze your lat muscles, those great big muscles down the sides of your back, and slowly bring them back down, stretching them out. When you stretch them, be careful you don't bend your back. Keep your back nice and straight, and squeeze again, and really let them stretch. From there, we're going to stand up straight. We're going to go to some standing lateral raises. So we're going to bring our arms up to the side, up to shoulder height. Keep our thumbs lower than our little fingers, and slowly bring the arms back down to the sides again. So from there, we'll go back into the Arnold presses that we did the other day. So bring the palms facing up. We're going to bring so the palms facing forwards. As we push the arms into the air, we're going to twist the arms so the palms face backwards. And as bring them back down to the shoulders, back to palms facing forwards. From that one, we're going to move into alternating dumbbell curls. So pin your elbows into your sides, palms facing forwards. And then we're going to bring the arm up, squeeze, and then bring the arm back down. At the same time, we'll bring your alternating arm up. So we've got constant motion in both arms. From there, we're going to go into overhead tricep extensions. So bring the weights over your head and down your back. Pin your elbows to the side of your head. Then we're going to drive the weights into the air by squeezing our triceps and slowly bring them back, stretching our triceps as we bring the weights down our backs. And then finally, we're into some rear delts. So back into that bent over position. Palms facing each other, slight bend in your elbows. We're going to squeeze our rear delts, let's raise our arms, and then slowly bring them back. As we're raising them, we don't want to go any further than just to the point where we just feel our shoulder blades start to move. And then bring them back in. So that's the way we're just going to engage our rear delt. Okay, any questions? No, in which case, let's make a start with our first set. 10 bent over rows. So back into that bent over position. Remember to keep our backs nice and straight and supported. We'll start these in 3, 2, 1. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, standing up straight. We're going to lateral raises. Arms out to each side, up to shoulder height. In 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, and into Arnold press. So drive them into the air, twisting our hands as we get to the top, and bring them back down, and twist them back. And start in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, from there into our alternating bicep curls. So pin our elbows to the side of our body, and we'll start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, into tricep overhead extensions. And we'll start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Now into rear delts, so back into our bent over position. And we'll start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, have a break, grab a drink. We'll put the time on. Oh. Good morning, Mark. And how's everyone's amazing weekends been? What a fabulous set of weather we've had. Apart from if you get stuck in the storms. That wasn't too good, I don't think, in places. How was Ultimate of the weekend?
Didn't play as I went for a hike with some people.
Very nice.
So it was active, but I didn't play. Yeah. I played this week once, though, because there was holidays in France. So I got one day in there.
Excellent. What's everyone else been up to at the weekend? Cool. Right. Well, let's get on with set number 2 then. So this time we're going to start thinking about specifically connecting with our muscles. So as we start with the bent over rows, again, send all of that kind of energy, all that kind of thoughts, that whole mind muscle connection into your lats, into your back. And we'll start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1. Just squeeze your back. 2, 3. So your arms are just levers. 4. It's all about feeling in your back. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. And from there into lateral raises. So shifting our thoughts into our medial delts. That muscle that runs across the top of our shoulders. And we'll start these in 3, 2, 1. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, and from there into our Arnold presses. So again, keeping that same feeling in our shoulders, in our medial delts. That's going to be zoning in, that's going to really squeeze, especially when we get to the top of the movement. We'll start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, and into alternating bicep curls. So arms pinned to the side of the body. Again, zoning in on our biceps now, so slight change of focus. Feel the squeeze. We'll start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2. Really squeeze, especially at the top of those motions. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And tricep overhead extensions. Pin elbows to the side of our body. Again, concentrate on feeling our triceps now. We'll start these in 3, 2, 1, and squeeze, stretch. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And into our rear delt, sending our thoughts into our backs again, back into that rear posterior delt. We'll start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, standing up straight again. Put the weight down, have a break, have a drink. It's amazing, really, that kind of importance of mind-muscle connection, because that's really where you can make a difference. Because there's certain muscles inside your body you can't voluntarily do anything with; they kind of just do their own thing. You know, you can't cause your heart to beat. Your heart beats because of what your body's actually doing. But there's lots of muscles you do have in your body that you can cause to do. The easiest ones are things like, your biceps. You can feel your bicep. You know exactly what's happening when you squeeze your biceps and you move them up. So building that mind-muscle connection, making sure you've got that as much of those muscle fibers firing at that point where you really need to put the effort in, means that you're going to be able to engage more of them. You're kind of getting more of them to work with you, as opposed to having less of them working with you. So it's really important that you have that kind of feeling, that squeeze. And you can do this at any time. You don't have to do it while you're exercising. So if you're out and about, or even if you're just sat in the office, you can actually just squeeze the various different muscles you've got in your body and cause those muscle fibers to fire, also known as an isometric hold. However, what we're going to get to do is to employ the moonset number 3. So I'm going to move up to 12 reps now, and concentrate a little bit on timing as well. So as we move into our bent over rows, as always, fast on the way up, slow on the way down. But do that while you're still considering everything else, especially that feeling with your muscles. And we'll start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, standing back up straight, back into lateral raises. Again, fast on the way up, slow on the way down. Control that movement. Remember to have that squeeze as well when you're at the top of the movement. We'll start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, really control it, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, into our Arnold presses. So driving them up again, fast on the way up, slow on the way down. We'll start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, and from there into alternating bicep curls. Keep that constant motion. Remember, you are going to slightly be slow on the way down, slightly faster on the way up, and then have that squeeze at the top. We'll start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, and from there to tricep overhead extensions. Same again, fast on the way up, slow on the way down, but really feel it. So feel it drive into the air, feel it stretch down your back in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, and then into the final exercise this set, which is our rear delts. So then again, fasten the way up, slow the way down, but concentrate also on that feeling in that muscle. It's a very small muscle, but it's actually really useful. So just make sure you don't engage your shoulder blades. If you feel like you're moving your shoulder blades, you're making the movement too big. We'll start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, have a break, grab a drink. We're doing good. Everyone still okay? Excellent.
Good. Martin, those presses,
Yes,
did I hear you call them Arnold presses, or did I mishear you?
that's right.
Okay.
Yeah, so you're twisting your hands up as you're going up. Yes, named after the man himself.
I'm liking that isolation, because usually we do it a combination of this, the pull-ups, and then that.
Yeah.
Right? I find myself, I'm realizing that I'm rushing so much to get up and switch over and things like that. I like that isolation.
Yeah. Well, it's nice to do a mixture of both, yeah.
Yeah, something you said for combination moves.
Yeah.
But in that one especially, I feel myself rushing to get up there, and kind of like that transition point is tricky.
Yeah. It's interesting. We've talked about Arnold and talked about the difference in movements, etc. Because one of the things Arnold used to always say is, you got to kind of shock the muscle, you got to kind of surprise it, you got to give it something different all the time. You can't let it get used to the idea of the same thing all the time. And in some essence, it's kind of true. And when it was kind of invented back in the 60s and stuff, where they didn't have a lot of the scientific basis behind it, that was the best that they could come up with, the idea of putting all these different kind of ways of being able to make things work. But now we know a lot about the science fact behind it. The reason why that kind of happens is because if you repeat the same movement all the time, then your body just gets used to it. So the body actually becomes efficient at doing that one movement. And what it does is it strips out all the rest of them. So adding in things like combination movements, as well as isolation movements, as well as compound movements, means that you're constantly kind of keeping your body in check, because it's now trying to work out how to become the most efficient for you. I think, like we've talked about before, if it was a worker in a business, it would be the most efficient work you could ever have, the ideal work you'd ever wish to have in your business. However, we want to make it the most inefficient in some respects, to make sure we're constantly developing. Speaking of constantly developing, we should really get on with set number 4. Okay, so back into that bent over position. I was going to bent over. I was going to combine everything now. Great form, great feeling, great speed. But I do want you to concentrate on that feeling, that connection that you have with your lats. So really feel them squeeze. It doesn't matter about where your arms are. It all matters about how your back feels. I'm going to start this in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, standing up straight, moving into our last raises. Again, great form, great feeling, great speed. Keep the control. So make sure we're not rushing. Make sure we don't have a time where we've just got it hanging by our sides or holding too long at the top. It's that constant motion that we need to be seeking. And we'll start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3. So slow it down. 4. I know it's kind of painful. 5, 6. Want to get the maximum benefit. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, now into our Arnold presses. So bring our arms up, straight to ceiling, hold back down, controlling form, tempo, and feeling. We'll start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay. And from there into our alternating dumbbell curls. Keeping that constant speed, but again, looking for that same connection in our biceps. Really squeeze them when we get to the top. Really feel them as they're stretching. I'll start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, into tricep overhead extensions. And we'll start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay. And back into our bent over position for the last exercise of the morning. Our rear delts. And again, really control this movement. So great form, great speed, great feeling, and great control. I'll start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay. Stand up straight, pop the waist down, grab yourself a drink. And that's the end of an upper body routine for this week. So back tomorrow for lower body, and then the rest of the week. I don't know, guys, you want to run a few sessions Wednesday, Thursday, Friday? Awesome.
I'm up to that. I'm around if anyone else is.
Thank you very much. And have an absolutely super time. We're going to be down in London serving some other great business owners and entrepreneurs, helping them become even bit better. In the meantime,
So we're regular meeting tomorrow, but then my link for the rest of the week, is it?
sounds like a plan. Do you want to just pop the link into the group, and then everyone knows it's there?
All right.
Cool.
Start getting your playlist ready, Jason.
Yeah, already ready.
Love it.
Right.
Have an absolutely
later,
super
thanks.
day. All right. Bye-bye for now.
Bye-bye. Thank you. Thanks.